Guys, so I just wanted to start this class off by saying thank you for taking the time out of your day to meet with me and to go ahead and start the first step in improving your credit. And I'm not going to take up too much of your time today. I want to start off by saying I apologize for the raspy voice in advance. I do have a sore throat. This is going to be very quick and very basic for beginners so that by the end of class, you are able to take the first steps to go ahead and start today and send off your first round of dispute letters. Now, the class is called From Denied to Approved Credit Repair for Beginners. Now, if you have ever been denied for a loan, a credit card, an apartment, um, business funding, anything like that, then this is the class for you. Today, I'm going to show you how to send your first round of dispute letters the right way so you can start fixing your credit today. Now, who is Tata LaBoss? I am a serial entrepreneur, a credit consultant, and a tax professional, and I help everyday people just like you build generational wealth through not only credit, but build business and mindset. Now, the problem is most people, they don't fix their credit because they're either too scared, they don't know where to start, or they don't know what to put in their dispute letters. So what they do is they go and they spend hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars to those big name credit repair agencies and companies. And what they do is they send copy and paste old, outdated, generic information and in letters to the credit bureaus. So it really doesn't help you that good. I've had so many clients reach out to me and say, "Hey, I've been working with this credit repair agency for 8 months, 9 months, and nothing has came off." Like that's ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. Credit repair, it's a marathon. It's not a race. But after 8 to 9 months, you should see some type of improvement. Some type of an improvement. Now, if you want to fix your own credit, you want to learn, understand the process, as long as you have time and patience, then you can get it done. You don't need a credit repair agency. You can do it yourself. No questions asked. Now, you will need to pull all three credit reports. And don't get me wrong, Credit Karma is very good for keeping up with like updates, seeing if anything has been removed, your credit utilization, things like that. But when it's time to dispute, you need certain information such as the account number. And Credit Karma does not house that information. So I suggest you either click the link in my bio or you can scan this QR code and you can pull all three credit reports for just $1 through myfreescorenow.com. And it's a free trial. You sign up for it. Just make sure you cancel before those 7 days if you know that this is not a service that you're going to use in the future. But if you're someone that's serious about fixing your credit, then you need to have credit monitoring. It's not maybe you can have it, you need to have it. That's the only way you're going to be able to dispute the most up-to-date information is by having credit monitoring. Now, when working on your credit, the first thing that you're going to start off with is your personal information. That is the foundation. So when you look at your credit reports, you should have one name, one address, and one employer. If you have multiple of any of those, I highly suggest, and I suggest you do it by phone so that it can get updated within 24 hours. All you have to do is call to get that information updated. Now, if you don't have the time, the patience, or it's just simply something you don't want to do, you can send that information off in a letter. But when you send it via standard mail, the credit bureaus, they have 30 days by law to respond. And they typically take that 30 days. So if you call, like I said, you can get it removed within 24 hours. And the same goes for your hard inquiries. There is absolutely no reason why anyone should have hard inquiries on their credit reports unless they are tied to an open account. I cannot stress this enough. If it's tied to an open account, leave it alone because you don't want to dispute it and risk the chance of that good open account being removed from your credit reports. And I will go ahead and give you guys the play. I have a 24-hour inquiry removal phone script, and it's so simple. I'll literally give it to you guys right now. So what you're gonna do is call, let's say you call Experian. Hi, my name is Mrs. Smith. I was taking a look at my credit reports, and I noticed there were three hard inquiries that I never authorized. Are you able to get these removed for me? Agent might say, well, is this fraud? Is this identity theft? You're going to respond, I'm not sure what it is. All I know is that I did not authorize either of these companies to pull my reports. I contacted the companies and they told me I need to contact you guys to get it removed. They're going to transfer you over to the department. You're going to repeat this information and you're going to get this information, the heart inquiries removed. Now, let me say this. I am a very realistic person. I don't like to just say things that are not true. I like to give people very, very realistic expectations. You may call the credit bureau and they may not do it on the first time. A couple of things that I suggest: call after lunch. If you follow me on TikTok, you have heard me say this. After lunch, once people eat, they're in a better mood. They may be more lenient to do what you say. If you call and they're not willing to remove those heart inquiries, hang up and call back. And I understand that this can get a little um it can get a little repetitive. So if you don't have the time or the patience, again, you can send it in the mail, but just expect them to reply within 30 days versus calling on the phone and they're going to remove it within 24 hours. So ultimately, the decision is yours. But personally, I would suggest you to call to get the personal information updated and to get those hard inquiries updated. And the thing with hard inquiries is, don't get me wrong, they're only worth a couple of points each, 2 to 3 points each. But some people may have 10 to 20. Let's say you have 10 hard inquiries. Your score can go up 20 points just by getting those 10 hard inquiries removed. Okay. And a lot of my clients' goals is to get business funding or high limit credit cards. When you're getting doing credit stacking and things like that, your hard inquiries matters because the thing is with the credit bureaus, when you have a lot of hard inquiries, they look at you as thirsty for credit. So when a lender pull your report and they see, oh wow, this person has applied for 6 new credit cards within the last 30 days, like they must be desperate, like they're thirsty for credit. They're likely to not approve you. But if they pull your report and it's like you haven't, excuse me, applied for anything in the last couple of years, they're like, oh, okay, credit's decent. She hasn't applied for anything. We're gonna go ahead and throw her a little 20K card, some slight, nothing, nothing too much. So the hard inquiries, they do matter. They definitely matter. Again, if you're trying to get any type of business funding, personal funding, anything like that. Now, I'm going to start off with the basic credit repair practices, okay? Now, once you pull your reports, like I said, you'll go pull all 3 bureau credit reports from myfreescore.com. Excuse me, myfreescorenow.com. And just go through the report and highlight anything that's inaccurate, any negative late payments, anything like that. The first round of disputes, all you are going to be doing is sending out a debt validation letter. So let's say you see a collection account. You're going to contact that creditor, that credit bureau, and say, hey, can you please verify that this information belongs to me? I need to make sure that this is valid. And now with the debt validation letter, you can either Google it or you can use ChatGPT to create you one. And again, it's called a debt validation letter. And now just to throw in some little advanced tactics that I use, me and my team, we use Metro 2. And that is basically AI and it creates letters that's tailored to your specific accounts. This is advanced tactics. Now, this does cost money with the basic credit repair. You can do it yourself for free. You can start right now. No money needed. All you need is about $1 for the postage and the envelope. And that's $1 each letter you send. With the advanced tactics, with the Metro 2 and the AI, it does cost. If you use the system, it costs directly through that system. It costs about $100 per dispute, per round. However, if you purchase from me, I do sell 3 bureau rounds for just $50 for all 3 credit bureaus. Now, when you send those disputes off, things that are very, very important. Now, obviously, you need that letter. You need either your passport or your ID, a copy of your social security card, and a copy or proof of your address, especially if your address is not the same on your driver's license or ID. Now, include all of this information to keep the credit bureaus from sending you a stall letter. And now, what a stall letter is basically the credit bureau saying, hey, yeah, I don't think this was you that sent this because this person didn't send a copy of their social. They didn't send any proof of the address. So there's no way that this could be you. It looks like a credit repair agency. So we're going to stall you out, buy us more than 30 days, and then you can send us the rest of that information and we'll continue your dispute. But when you send all of that information, excuse me, with your dispute, it's likely that they won't send you a stall letter because you have provided them everything. And I'm going to throw in a little gem for y'all. After you send in your dispute letters, wait 2 weeks and call the credit bureaus and say, hey, my name is such and such. I just wanted to confirm that you all have received my dispute letters. And if you're signed up for like TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, you'll receive an email when they receive your disputes and when they begin. Now, at this time, it is basically just a waiting game. And now the credit bureaus can respond three different ways. So, the first way we're going to talk about is if they send validation that the debt belongs to you. Now, that must include the original creditor's name, the account number, the amount that you owe, and some type of contract statement or something binding an agreement between you two that you owe that account. And now, if they send that, then it's a different way that you'll respond. But if they don't send all that information, respond back and let them know that they have not provided all of that information. Now, another thing that they can do is not respond at all and just go ahead and update your account or delete your account. And that's what you want. Another thing that they can do is not respond, not update, not delete, not do anything, just completely ignore you. And that does happen from time to time, especially when you're not including all of the information that you should, as far as like the proof of address, the social ID, or passport. And that's a violation of the FCRA. When that happens, all you have to do is file a complaint with the Consumer Finance, which is the CFPB, and that'll just get the ball rolling a little bit faster. File a complaint with the CFPB because, like I said, by law, the credit bureaus have 30 days to respond. If they don't respond, that's a problem. Now, at this point, I am just going to do like a quick consultation and show you guys how I do my consultations to talk to my potential credit clients. And typically, it's just a client that wants me to go over their reports and give them just a little bit of insight. So if I'm talking to my client, I will start off with the personal information as mentioned. And I would say, hey, it looks like you have one, two, three. It looks like you have 5 addresses listed. What I would suggest is that you call all 3 credit bureaus and get those old addresses removed immediately. You should only have one address, one phone number, and one employer. The thing with old addresses is, excuse me, if you have an old address that's, let's say, it's tied to an old collections account, when you send a dispute in, the credit bureaus can easily say, yeah, we're not going to look into this account. I see that old address on her credit report, so I'm sure it's her. And they won't even look into it. But if that address is not there, it makes it a little bit harder for the credit agencies and the collection agencies to actually say, hey, no, that account does belong to you. So that's just a little tip. Get all of your old addresses and employers removed. And again, you should have one name. The next thing would be me taking a look at the hard increase. Again, no reason why you should have a hard increase. Follow the 24-hour hard increase script to get these removed. Now, so this is just the credit factors on Credit Karma. So the payment history makes up the majority of your credit score. That's 35%. And then your utilization is 30%. That's how much of your credit card you're using by the time it reports after your statement date. Now, your credit age is only 15%. That's not a big factor for me. Because the thing with credit age is all you have to do is add a trade line or two. some very aged trade lines, and that'll boost the credit age. So that's not a big deal at all. And then credit mix and your increase is 10%. Now, me just looking at the payment history, I see that this person has some late payments. 91, like that's horrible. It should be 100%, 99 at the least. So this person 100% needs credit repair. If the goal was funding for this client would not be able to get funding. If you're looking for funding, business or personal, your payment history needs to be 100%. No derogatory marks. Hard increase between 1 to 2. So this client will have some work to do before they qualify for funding. Now the credit use is great. 11% and 8%, that's great. Anything under 30 is good. Under 10%, awesome. It gets no better than that. Now, if you want to have the best credit score you can possibly have, keep your usage at 1 to 2%. But again, anything under 30 is great. Derogatory marks, that's 2. Those would need to be updated. Total accounts. Now, that's a red flag for me, very low, 5 and 7. You should have a minimum of 15 accounts. And I know, obviously, especially when you're starting off a rebuilding, you're not going to start with 15 accounts. Start slow and build. I said it once and I'm going to say it again. Credit is a marathon, not a race, especially credit repair and credit building. And you can start off by adding accounts. You can add like credit builders, Self Inc., Tomo Boost, Ava. I know Chime has a credit builder. You can do secured credit cards. But the thing is, the more accounts, the better, especially if you have a lot of negative accounts. The name of the game is you have to have more positive accounts than negatives. And again, the more accounts and the more credit you have available that you're not using, that is what lenders want to see. They want to see that you have credit available, but you're not using it versus you having credit and you're so thirsty. You have all of these inquiries. Your credit is maxed out. You have $1,000 credit card and you're using $995. That looks horrible. It looks horrible. So again, payment history needs to be on point, your credit card usage, and then we need no negatives. Now, another thing I want to talk to you guys about is deciding how you want to deal with collections. So if we take a look at these two collections here, there is a $133 credit control LLC and $9,380 Lockhart Morris MO. And just being very realistic, and I know everybody's situation is different, everybody's finances are different. However, if this was my account, and let's say that the second one, the $9,000, 381 was not there, and you had one collection for $133, there's absolutely no way that I'm going to let my credit suffer for $133. I am going to immediately call them, and I'm going to do that at the end of the month. And I say the end of the month because at the end of the month, these companies, these collection agencies, they have quotas to meet. So they are going to settle for less. I'm going to call them at the end of the month, the 29th, 30th, 31st, and I'm going to say, hey, I can pay you 20 to 30% of that $133 if you agree to remove it. And again, 9 times out of 10, they're going to remove it. That's called a what is it called? Oh my God, I had a brain fart. It's called a pay to delete. Now, I say that because, as I mentioned, credit repair is a marathon, it's not a race. And remember, I said that credit bureaus by law have 30 days to respond. Let's say you have a goal and you're trying to get approved for something. Why let a $133 collection that you don't even have to pay in full stop you from reaching your goals? Now, on the other hand, the other collection is $9,380. I absolutely would not pay that before trying to dispute that. And let me just say this because I know a lot of credit gurus, whatever you want to call them, they don't say this. They don't even mention this. But just because a collection or an account is removed, that does not mean you're off the hook and you don't have to pay for it. Because you know what they can do? They can sell your debt to another collection agency. So once it's removed, I always highly, 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 highly suggest that you call them and you agree to give them a percentage of that so that they don't add it back to your credit reports. And again, I would start off offering them 20%. They're really not going to take it. 30 to 40%, 30, 40 is like max, but 30% is the sweet mark. But you start off small to negotiate. Never start off saying, hey, I'll pay 50%, because then they might say, no, pay 60. So start off small and let them throw you out a number after that. And you say, one thing that I do, and this is just another gem, I'm really giving y'all all the gems tonight. Okay, so what I'll do is, let's say I'm looking at the $133 collection. I'll call the collection agency and I'll start off. I'll say, hey, I can pay you guys $20. And they'll probably be like, no, we can't do that. Can you do 55? And I'll say, you know what? I'm trying to get this situated. The only thing I have on my card right now is $40. Are you going to accept this or not? And they're gonna accept it. No questions asked. I do that all the time. They are going to accept it. Now that you know how to start, this is where you just have to implement everything. And I said it once, you're going to hear me saying it over and over again. It's a marathon. It's not a race. You have to have a lot of patience and you have to have some time when it comes to credit repair. And you don't have to be this, and you don't have, and the thing is, you don't have to do this alone. I created a free community called the Approval Academy. And it's a community of people just like you learning to fix their credit and start credit repair businesses. So if you need any like assistance, motivation, or anything, I am in the group. So if you ask any questions, not only can I answer it, or again, there's people in the group that's on the same mission as you. So I highly suggest you guys join this group and ask whatever questions that you may have. Now, I do have a couple of questions that I receive frequently, so I just wanted to go ahead and answer them. Guys, my throat is killing me. Oh my God, one second. Oh my God. Okay, so do I have to pay anything to join the Approval Academy and get help? No, it is completely free to join. And you'll have access to different lessons. You have support from me directly. You have access to trade lines early, giveaways, sales, and so much more. Do I need credit monitoring? If you are going to be fixing your credit, you definitely need paid credit monitoring, because again, that is the only way that you can update. I mean, excuse me, that's the only way. That is the only way that you can attack information properly. You don't want to be attacking outdated information from a credit report that you pulled 3 months ago. So you do need to pay for credit monitoring each month. And again, I highly, highly suggest you doing that through myfreescorenow.com. How soon will I see results? Y'all, I am a very straightforward, direct, and honest person. I usually tell people 30 to 45 days. Have I had clients or people that I've taught credit repair that have received results in 2 weeks? Yes. 3 weeks? Yes. But I tell my clients, don't expect results until 30 to 45 days. And even then, again, it's a marathon, it's not a race. You didn't mess your credit up overnight, it's not going to be fixed overnight. Do I need to hire a company? You do not. You can if you want to, but you can absolutely fix your credit yourself. When I started off, before I did credit repair, I actually paid a company and I worked with them for about 8 months and they did not get not one thing removed. And at that point, I taught myself. The thing with it is you can go to a company, either me or someone else, and I can fix your credit, no problem. But the thing is, if you get a collection down the road, you have to come back to me. You won't know how to fix it yourself. I like to teach people so that not only can you fix your own credit, you can fix your family credit, you can fix your friends' credit, and if you like, you can start your own credit repair agency. So it's best to learn. What if I want more help? So if you want more help, you don't want to do it for yourself, you don't have the time, whatever the case may be, my team and I, we do offer done for you credit repair services. All you have to do is reach out. And now I do want to say thank you so much for listening. This was honestly so hard to record. My throat hurts so bad. So I really do appreciate you guys for listening, staying to the end. What I am going to do, I'm going to pick 5 people to offer one free round of Metro 2 AI credit dispute letters. It'll be one round. All you have to do is click the link in my bio or scan the QR code to join my free group, the Approval Academy, and DM me the words free five. And the first five people, I will be giving you one free round of credit repair. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out.